Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Belinda Beauties. Today I'm going to be creating this farmhouse style basket. Now I DIY'd this basket because I was needing a basket for my pillows because I do have a ton of pillows on my bed. So I needed somewhere to store them during the night. But you can also use this basket just to add some flowers. Now that a spring is just around the corner, it really does look very pretty and decorative just by adding some spring flowers. So if you want to see how I put this together, then please keep watching. But before we get started, I'm just going to ask if you can please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also if you'll click that bell icon, right there in the corner, so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. So if you're ready, let's get started. I'll be using this laundry basket from Mainstay, and I purchased this at Walmart. And I'll also be using some burlap, and I purchased this at Walmart as well. Some jute cord twine, and one king size pillowcase, and 2 pipe cleaners. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is cut along the seam of the pillowcase. And I'm only going to do that to one side. Okay, here I'm showing you this is the bottom side of the pillowcase. And so I'm also going to cut that as well. Okay, so now that I've cut the pillowcase, now I have one big square of material. Okay, so here I'm showing you the seam, and this is the only one that I left after I cut it. Okay, so now I'm going to place the piece of material inside the basket with the seam down the center of the basket. And then I'm going to push down on the material until I pretty much fill the whole bottom side. And then I'll start fixing around the top of the edge of the basket until I have the material placed where I need it to be. Next, I'm going to start hot gluing the material all along the edge. And there'll be some areas where I need to fold the material and then glue it down. I chose this light color pillowcase because I felt that it matched the burlap, but if you decide to do this project, you can really use any color of pillowcase. It just depends on the color scheme that you have going on in your home decor. I've seen other DIYs with some baskets and they're normally round, but I wanted a square one because I felt it would give me more room for what I was needing it for. Okay, here I'm showing you the overhang of material that I have, and this is the perfect length that I'm needing. So what I'm going to do is start cutting all the excess material until I pretty much have the same length all the way around. I didn't measure because if I don't have to, I'm not going to. So what I did is pretty much just eyeballed it. But I can tell you it's approximately maybe an inch and a half of overhang. And because the fabric is a light color and it's also a little bit see-through-ish, I can see pretty much where the rim of the basket is. Next, I'm going to turn the basket upside down and I'm going to start to hot glue the material underneath the rim of the basket. And I'm just going to continue along the edge until I'm completely done. And this is how the underside looks once the material is hot glued. Next, I'm going to take the burlap and wrap it all around the basket because I want to know exactly how much I'm going to need to cover the whole exterior of the basket. And so once I do that, I'm ready to cut the piece that I need. Okay, so now I'm ready to start hot gluing the burlap all around the basket. And now as you can see that the lace is going to be facing inside. I didn't want it to show, so that's why I turned it toward the inside. Okay, so now that I've hot glued all the burlap all the way around, it's time for me to cut off the excess. Next, I started to hot glue the bottom side, and what I basically did on the corners is I folded it as if I was wrapping a gift, and then I hot glued it. And I also continued along the sides and hot gluing that as well. And this is how the bottom side looks now. Okay, so this is how the basket is looking now, and what I'm going to start doing next is adding now the jute cord. So I started down at the bottom with the jute twine, and I went around twice. And then I took it across and went around the top side twice as well. And this is how the basket looks now with the jute twine. I could have just left the burlap only, but I thought that the jute twine just gave it a little bit more of a farmhouse look to it. Lastly, I'm going to be adding the handles, and I'm going to be using pipe cleaners for that, and I just bended them just enough to where I could wrap around underneath the rim of the basket just like that. And here I'm showing you how I bended both of the pipe cleaners, and now I'm going to start adding the jute twine. And this is how I make my thick handles for my baskets. And what I do is just start adding some hot glue sections at a time, and then I just start wrapping the twine around the pipe cleaner. And I went around twice until it was nice and thick. For me, having the thick handles just polishes up the basket more and makes it look more farmhouse. And this is how my handle turned out, and I'll be making another one. Next, it was time to start attaching the handles to the basket, and I've already done one side and now I'm doing the other side. And all I did is just add some hot glue to the pipe cleaner and just went under the rim of the basket. And I'm just holding on to it in the back side with my silicone spatula just to make sure that I don't burn myself. Next, I'm going to be adding some more hot glue there on the side of the handle, and then I'm going to press it against the rim of the basket. And this is how the basket looks once it's all finished with the handles. Well, beauties, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and also share. I'd really appreciate it. You have yourself a blessed day, and remember, love, laugh, and create. Until next time, bye-bye and God bless.